All right, boys and girls, boys and girls. For some reason, this works now. I don't know what the difference was last time versus this time. But we now have it working, so let's see here. So we've got number. It works with number. It works with the caching. So here we have the order records. And here I've created the data frame. And so we have enumerate column entries.columns.names. So here we are getting the index of the names, and we're also getting the name itself. So here we're creating a new column in the data frame with the name, which would be RSI below. And then we are doing for JJJ in the range of whatever the minimum value of this is to the maximum value plus 1. And then we're saying inside of that row, the data frame, where the indicator is 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. And that's this indicator settings. So when this gets to 12, wherever there is a 12, replace wait. Where this equals 12, entries.columns, then go to the 0, which is the first column here for entries.columns. So if we do entries.columns, do that here. So 0 is this first column right here, and then 12 right here would be the 12th one. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's just say this is 12, 26 right here, right? Yeah, I think it's actually this. 26, this is 12. And so grab this and put that here. So anytime there's 12, you can see all of these are 12. This is going to put 26 like we've done here. Then we're going to, once we're done with this whole thing, going up to like, I don't know, indicator 500 or whatever it is. Then we come back up here, we go to the next name, which is going to be RSI window, and we do the same exact thing. Wherever there's 12, then put in 15, and IDX is going to be 1. So now we're going to, since this is column 0, this is column 1, so now we're going to grab 1, 12, and so that's where we're at here. Or we're going to grab 12, 1, whatever. And this is all going to be in place. So we're changing the data frame, and then afterwards, we're sorting the value by the R2, which I think is correct. Man, I deleted that plotting. Anyways, so this is saying that there's an R2 score of 866, which is kind of nuts. These are pretty high R2 scores, so it would be interesting to see. The oh yeah, let's see if we can do that. Trade. Oh, wait, plots. Positions. Trade P&L. Is this what I want? Position P&L or trade P&L? Oh, trade P&L is this. I want just a very simple graph of my position P&L. Is it position P&L? No. I just want a graph of like, you start at 0, then you hear a cumulative sum of all of my profit. Plot. A value? Underwater trades. Asset value? Asset flow? Cumulative returns? Is this what I want? But I don't want the value. I just because this to me thing is like this has to do with how Bitcoin is growing, I think. Why is this so? Oh yeah, cash flow. I think it's this. Yeah, I guess it's this. But instead of it being a line chart, it's a bar chart. So here, then here, then here, then here, then here. Yeah, damn it. Anyways, whoops. Lot, asset value, asset flow, drawdown, exploded orders, underwater. Yeah, I don't know. This is really annoying. So I'm gonna obviously have to make my own thing where it is the cumulative sum. We take the cumulative sum of the realized P&L. We started out at 0, and we yeah. So we're basically going to be taking this over here. And where are we at? So let's see. So down here we have this. So these are your wins and losses. So we're gonna basically take this, then do the cumulative sum, which is here. Right? So we're going to take this and then just plot this. Which should be easy enough. Let's just do that right now. Let's do that right now. Just really quickly. All right, so this seems to be the returns. This can't be real. This is insane. So here you lose, then you are making some money, then you're losing a little bit, then you're making, then you're losing, then you have a gigantic jump here, then you're losing. Damn, boom, bam. So this R2 score does make sense. It is basically straight to the upside. Wow, that's crazy. Ooh. Let's see if we can do template equals plotly dark. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Seaborn is looking nice though. Let's see. Seaborn. It's looking nice. Anyways, yeah, so we can see. Alright, so anyways, I just got done talking to Dilip, and he was talking about how he wants to make a tutorial on moving your stop loss to break even, and then also after that it's trailing, and then also have multiple take profits. And so that's one of the things that I want to work on. And then he also said something which makes a lot of sense, which is the fact that he's basically making tutorials around what every trader wants. And so you have multiple time frames, multiple parameters for your indicators, and the last thing would be risk management, which is multiple take profits, moving your stop loss to break even, and trailing stop losses. And so I completely 1,000,000,000% agree. And that's why that's one of the parts that I don't understand, why Vector BT does not have those core things built in, and then he's building around that to where it's like all of those functions are like the core and the heartbeat, because that's what all traders want to have. But yet with your stop loss adjustments and all this other stuff, you have to create it yourself. And I can understand making it so that way, you know, the user can define their own thing, but yet there should still be things that are by default built into Vector BT. And it's the same thing with I think, yeah, Octobot already had all of those things. And so anyways, I guess what I'm doing here is, instead of me doing what Dilip is doing, which is he's creating, not saying that he's doing anything wrong, but I don't understand why you wouldn't just build your own thing if everything that you're doing is, well, maybe it's because he doesn't have enough time, but just anybody in general, what he's doing with his tutorials, which are great, by the way, is he's basically showing people, hey, here is how you can use Vector BT as a real trader. So it's like, why the fuck wouldn't Vector BT just build all these functions in to begin with, so that way somebody doesn't have to create all these tutorials making their own functions to make it do what it is that a normal trader would want. And so that's what I'm trying to build here, is a version of a Vector BT like thing that out of the gate has all of the functions that you need as a trader to test multiple time frames, multiple coins, multiple this, multiple that, multiple stop losses, multiple take profits, having it automatically move your stop loss to break even, trailing it afterwards, having multiple take profits. And then it's like, from that point forward, it's exactly like Dilip said, you can then just test any strategy that you want, but you need this core thing to function in this way in order to do that. Obviously, there needs to be built-in walk-forward optimization as well. But yeah, once you have something that just can do all of those things, so this is the exact same thing that Trend said. That's exactly what Trend is building and was building. So Trend is building the same thing that Dilip is building, but they're both having to build it on their own, which is so dumb, because they should, not that they're dumb, but it's a dumb concept that they have to do that when Vector BT should just be that. But that's what Octobot already is, but it's too slow to be used. And so this is, I guess, what happens when you have people who are not traders that are building backtesters. They don't, I don't know, I was telling Bhavin the same exact thing. It's exactly like somebody who never cooks, but yet is like, I'm going to build a kitchen for cooks to use. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have no idea what cooks actually need. That would be like me trying to build a kitchen. I have no idea what a cook wants or needs or any of this other stuff. So that's what I'm building here, is something for traders by traders. And that's why I'm also making it so that way this is going to be a community-driven platform where if my thing does not have a function that you want, we can work together on implementing it and putting it in as a default function or something that somebody can call. Or if I don't really want to do it, but I think it's good because I'm working on something else, you can just build it yourself, and then once you build it, I will implement it instead of doing it the way Pollock is doing, which is, and which is everybody asks the same question over and over and over and over again, and then he keeps giving the same answer. No, you have to build it yourself. No, you have to build it yourself. No, you have to build it yourself. No, you. If that's what your audience wants, then fucking build the shit. I just don't get. I don't understand people. But I guess this is why there's so few successful people in the world, is because some people just think they know what they're doing and they have absolutely no idea. But again, I also admit that we shall see. You know, am I right? Am I right in my thinking? Or am I just another one of these people that's out there like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna make this YouTube channel and it's about to pop off, man. You know, just watch, just wait and see, just watch. I don't know. We'll see. But if I'm building the thing that Trend wants, if I'm building the thing that Bhavin wants, if I'm building the thing that Dilip wants, if I'm building the thing that I want, well, that's for people right there all wanting the same exact thing. And I think the Blind Monk Trades wants the same exact thing as well. And Max, and another thing is that Max was building, or is building, Octobot into what we have here. And he added all that stuff into Octobot, which Guillaume and Paul didn't even have. So Max was building it from a trader's perspective and what a trader wants, and that's what we were doing. So it's like, I'm building something that 5 out of 5 traders actually want, or 6 out of 6 traders actually want. So I would assume that with that type of information, that I am actually right, and what I'm building is right, and that this is going to be successful because it's based off of what people actually want. Yeah, it just baffles me still to this day how you can have Octobot that is 5-6 years into what it is that they're doing, and they still don't even have the core of what most traders want. And it's the same thing with Vector BT. Like, how can this thing be so robust, so fast, so all of these crazy things, but yet at its core, it still doesn't deliver the basics of what a trader wants? It doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure Freak Trade probably does. But the only problem with Freak Trade is I don't think they have leverage and they don't have Bybit. I have no idea how it works, but I'm pretty sure it does all of those things. Yeah, that's one of the things that I can't wait is, like, once I'm done with the core of this, I actually think I want to go and use Freak Trade and talk to Freak Trade, and I also would be really interested and be awesome to be able to talk to Chad and the other guy, part-time Larry. It would be really awesome to talk to these people to see what they think and get their opinions on what it is that they would want, and maybe I can get them on board to help build this thing. But yeah, I think that I'm building the right thing. I think that I'm building what, and well, I guess what I also need to do is fully concentrate on anything and everything that Dilip wants the thing to do. Because if I can build this thing to be the thing that Dilip wants, he is clearly showing, yeah, that's what the thing, I think the goal needs to be. Because he is clearly showing that he is very heavily interested in building really good documentation, really good tutorials, and he loves the plotting stuff. So it's like, if I can just build the core thing to do what he wants and needs it to do, then I could really have a high chance of getting him to be somebody that will help build this thing and also build really good documentation and build really, really, really good plotting stuff. But what's interesting about that is that what he wants is what I'm going to build anyways. So I think it's going to work out. But regardless of whether I can get Dilip to work on this thing or not, I know for a fact that what I'm building should hopefully attract others like Dilip, and man, this community can grow so well. But I think all I'm missing right now is just the stop loss to break even, the trailing stop loss, and the multiple take profits. Once I can get that going, then I think everything else kind of takes care of itself. Besides the resampling part, But I think that that's fine. But anyways, I gotta go walk back, I think. It's probably gonna rain, maybe? No, I guess it's not. So I guess that means that I can wait till 9:30. Because it's 52 degrees. And it says that it feels like 45. That's great. Now back, it's killing me on my right side. That's not good. But anyways. Okay, so I've decided that I'm gonna work on removing the price out of the order. And what that's going to do is make it so that way here I don't have to create the order every single time. I can just create it up here once, and then that's it. And then if the current indicator entry bar, then I will do price equals bar into this. And then I'll send the order. So that way it saves some time. So now I just have to go through that process. All right, so I moved the price thing around. I no longer require price inside of the order. I added it to the different areas in the execute functions, and it takes care of it automatically. Is that going to bite me in the ass later? I don't know. I don't think that there is ever a world where you'd want to send the order price, the price with the order. Unless, shit, I am going to kick myself in the ass later, because then it's going to deal. There's no way that I could do limit orders. Well, I guess that's still, no. Because, yeah. There's no way that the order would actually ever carry the price, because even with limit orders, you would still have to wait for the signal to be given to create that limit order. And so that stuff would be later. And I feel like limit orders would be a little bit maybe difficult. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, the price works now. All of this stuff works. And so now I think the next thing I need to do is update the main with this. And after that, work on the... I think first, before I update the main, I think I should work on trying to figure out how to make the stop loss go to break even. Then I can update the main. Yeah, I guess I'll wait until the end of the week to do that. So I'll wait till Friday, see where I'm at, and then because that's very, very important. Just being able to move the stop loss to break even is very, very, very important. And so here, I don't know, I maybe create inside the order, I would create something where it's like move stop loss or stop loss to break even or something like that would be the thing. And then if it is, I remember last time I was having some problem with like booleans or whatever it is. But I guess I would have to do something like if it's nan, then whatever. And then I would have to say like either the user can send nan or they can send like a certain percent. So if the price low, and I guess they'd also have to be able to choose. Well, I guess for now, I'll just by default, I'll leave it at the low. And so it's like if the price low is 1%, 0.5%, 0.6%, point whatever percent, move the stop loss to break even. And then it would automatically do that. And so I don't know. I guess here, it would have to be somewhere inside of here. Check stop loss, take profit, whatever it is. New order. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. But that's what I want to work on next. Okay, I'm back, and actually I realized it's going to be better for me to actually create the tutorial. So for the stop loss to break even, it has to be, I don't know what this, if low is less than or equal to this. So I think inside of here, I have to wrap this in this if statement of like, if not stop loss moved to break even, then check this first. Right? This is for longs. So check this. And if this is true, then you move the stop loss price to break even. And you set this to true. So if it's true, then this is false. If something, and if this is false, this is true. Okay, and if it's true, then we will skip all of this stuff. Oh, shit. Order result, stop loss price. I would have to put this as stop loss price. And then this would be my new order. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But then I've got to change something in here to say order result, stop loss prices. I've got to figure out where this, if low is less than or equal to price equals this. So I've got to say like stop loss price. Inside of here, I've got to say stop loss price equals order result dot stop loss price. And then here, I've got to say the same thing. And here, anyways, I got to figure this out. All right, so this is probably going to be extremely complicated. Well, not complicated, but I'm going to have to go back and change like everything. Because if this is true, then I have to set So this is kind of nuts here because let's say that I do move my stop loss to take profit. Then I guess for bar and range, total bars, if current indicator entry bar I think I need to check. No, because we're getting in at the open. So yes, so we're getting in at the open. It's fine to see if we get in. Then if not, we will check. So this is the order. And inside of the order, we would send the so inside of this, we would have the order result, and then the order result would come into here. And then we would create a new order and put the stop loss price here. And then that okay, so that would give us this. And then we would oh wait, no, we're here. That would give us this, and then wait, no. That would give us this order right here. And then inside of this, we would try to process the order. And inside of that, we would need the stop loss. So I think here we would need to have we'd have to have a new parameter saying like stop loss moved to break even. And then if the stop loss is moved to break even, then we would skip well, this is increasing the position, so we don't need it to do anything with increasing. We'd have to maybe do something with decreasing. Wait, what would we have to do? So we move the stop loss to break even. Stop loss price to break even. And then here we're checking. What are we even doing here? Order result, so if low is greater than order result dot stop loss prices, we are sending it the order result. The order result. So we're constantly going to be sending it this. And that result is not, so that result needs to have the fact that because this is an order and this is the stop order result. Oh no, how do we carry this shit? Because the problem we're running into here is that this is what's going to move the stop loss to break even. And so if it moves the stop loss to break even, I think we're going to have to check the stop loss first if there's an entry. I think we have to check this first. My brain is not working at all right now. I have to think about this. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to release this version before I move into this whole stop loss thing, because I'm starting to realize now that I think I'm going to have to do something like this. And then I'm gonna have to have this, like this whole thing where it's like the the column, the position now, the value price, the in it, I don't know what this is. Like setting the stop loss initial price, the current the current price, the current stop, all of this stuff, and then send like the current stop and the current trail. So like I'm gonna have to have, yeah. Because here it's like all of this is about stop loss still. Like we're still here in stop loss, we're still here in take profit. So it's like all of this is like its own stop loss thing. Like this should be just a function of stop loss. And inside that function, you would just need to send all of the information necessary. And then this is like the adjust stop loss function, which I don't even know where this comes from. It doesn't even, it's not even a function. It just, I guess this is a tuple, I guess. And then here we get the stop price. What? This is the part that I don't understand. So I guess here you are doing some stuff with the stop loss, but then I don't know. If use stop and stop price generate stop signal, stop exit price, stop signal comes first. Yeah, so it looks like Jesus Christ. It literally looks like this whole entire thing is all about stop losses. So that's why I think I'm just gonna have to release this version and then go through and create something like this. And then down here we have even more stop loss stuff. Even after you process the order. So we didn't even process the order yet. We have to come out here. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to release the version and just study and try to figure this out. Because I'm gonna have to fundamentally change how stop losses and stuff work. Yeah. So what the hell is this? In the order you don't even he doesn't even send you don't even have stop losses in the order. Oh man. Close position in B. So where do you even get the stop loss stuff from? If use stops, order result.status is filled if position equals 0. Position closed. Stop loss trail, and stop position. Oh my lord. And then you come all the way back up here. What is all this stop loss stuff? Oh my god. You got 4 loops inside of 4 loops inside of 4 loops inside of 4 loops. So this is the initial for loop. This is where literally everything happens for group in range group length. What is this? And then you have this, which is basically the whole thing too for I in range target shape, for K in range group length. What? For K in range group length. If cache sharing. For K in range group length again? What is this one? Generate the next order. Cache sharing doesn't matter. Yeah. So now the plan is
I'm really scared to do this whole like stop loss thing because I'll have to fundamentally rewrite how everything works, kind of, sort of, and then that is where I'm gonna have to rewrite how the take profits work, and then I'm gonna have to rewrite everything on how trailing stop losses work, and then if I do all of that, well, I don't even have anything written for trailing stop loss, and then after I do all of that, if I'm gonna do multiple take profits, then I'm gonna have to rewrite possibly how everything of that stuff works. But luckily, I think I have this. All of what I have done so far is like a foundation, and it works. And so, just like what happened last time with the simulate one, whatever I had for that, the simulate one thing, uh I can just work off of that. And so with this, I can basically build on top of what I already have. So like this check stop loss thing and all of this other stuff. It's just, I guess inside of here, this is where I'm going to need to do all that stop loss stuff. But again, I'm not 100% sure on how to even handle that. But I guess, yeah. I mean, just like with everything so far that I've done, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how. And, and then I'm like, oh, well, actually, if I just study it and I just do the debugger, it might not actually be all that difficult, and I'll be able to finish it in like 2 or 3 days. So, yeah. And maybe I also need to go ahead and just look at the pro version stuff. Maybe the pro version has a better idea, a better understanding of how. Uh, yeah, and even in the pro version, I guess he has chunking and stuff like that as well. Which is what I'll have to eventually end up doing. Uh, yeah, maybe if since I'm building my own thing, maybe instead of looking at the free version, because I guess as of right, well, I guess I am looking at the free version because if I, for whatever reason, need to use anything from the free version, I can, but it doesn't look like he's using anything from the free version versus the. Oh, Jesus, the simulate from signal NB from the paid version is huge as far as the amount of. Look at it. Oh, look at all these. Holy Jesus. And then you have stop loss, stop entries, all of this stuff. Oh man. Oh man, look at all of this. To 2D array, open, high, low, close. Da, 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 da. Jesus. Jesus. Oh my God.
This from signals thing is massive. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's 2,267. So it's oh my god, it's like almost it's like 1,500 lines of code. Yep, well,
Um, yeah, I guess since I'm building my own thing, I might as well look and do all my testing and stuff in the pro version and see how he's handling certain things. Or maybe I start off in the free version. Maybe I start off in the free version and then just build the free version. Maybe what I do is something like I build the break even stop loss thing in the free version, and then anything else that I add in after that, I will create some type of pro version, like the multiple take profits, and just adding just adding a bunch of other stuff. I'll make my own pro version of things, and then with the pro version, I'll try to completely and totally move away from vector BT and just do my own plotting. Create my own plot thing based on the order records. Have my own data frame, do all that other stuff, and just start to create some type of a pro version that people have to pay for. Because yeah, I feel like going to do and then with that, I can use the VBT Pro version and the free version as like ideas and guides that I have, and then obviously talking to other people, like the blind monk trades. He was talking about how he needs to be able to just easily just put a stop price, a stop limit. I mean a stop loss price. That is, so you know how you can have a stop loss percent, and then you can also put a stop loss price, but the problem is that in the orders thing, I took away the ability to put in a price, and so the price is gotten from the signal, and so I would need to be able to allow the user to say, wherever there is a signal, put my stop loss like $10 below the price, and I guess for whatever reason in futures they need to be able to do that, and so, but then I'm also thinking from the point of view of like, yeah, I actually just need to build what I need to build in order to start running my own stuff on Bybit, doing it the way that I do it. And then after I get that up and running and backtesting properly and all of this other stuff, then I can move on to doing other stuff like what he does. But then I'm also thinking, do I do that? And then I'll possibly like push away a lot of people that are trying to do Forex and futures trading and stuff like that, like the blind monk. And so it's like, do I spend my time building things that other people would want so I can attract more users, or do I just build something for people that are just be like, hey, this is for Bybit. just like with the drawdown thing that Dillip was talking about. So it's like I'd have to build the drawdown thing for Dillip, and Trendstar was also talking about drawdown as well. But I guess drawdown only happens if you're doing indicator entries and indicator exits, because if you're completely relying on those and you don't have any stop losses, then yeah, you can have a drawdown. And I guess you'd be able to set like a max drawdown or something like that in your settings. I don't know if they have like a max drawdown. Draw down, down. Yeah, he doesn't even have drawdown in any of this stuff. So maybe there's like a drawdown feature that says if the drawdown gets to this point, but all of that would have to be in the section of stop losses. So that's why I know for a fact that I'm going to have to build some type of section like he had in the free version where you're checking the stop loss. And that whole thing is going to be a function. Where is it at? This is not the thing. Yeah, it's this one. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. And then yeah, if use stops, then all of this stuff. If use stops. I guess you can accumulate. Accumulation mode disabled. I think you can do add. So yeah, I guess this is saying if use stops is true and there is actually, if there's a stop price here, that's true, so this would be false. So use stops. So yeah. All right, so I am I guess what I could do is just do a simple thing where it's like enter at 1, price goes to 2, or no, enter at 2, price goes to, or enter at 100. Well, I could just do enter at 10 and then put the stop loss like 10% away. So that would put it at 9. So enter at 10, go up to 11, go up to 12, come down to 11, come down to 9, and then come down to 8. And then we'll be able to see exactly how this thing does its whole stop loss stuff. And then it makes me wonder like how exactly he's handling stop losses in the pro version. It looks like he switched everything over to two-dimensional arrays and stuff. But again, I need to, I don't know, do I concentrate on what it is that I need for trading crypto and just keep building that way? Because already I'm realizing that I'm going to have to come in here and set some type of thing to where it's like, you know, if I'm trading on the Bybit exchange, then do all of this stuff and you know, run it all like that. Um, uh, and then I guess it's like maybe eventually it would be something to where I don't know, like this whole thing is like QF. Maybe there's like a Bybit folder in here. Maybe this is Bybit, and then if somebody else wants to make some other type of exchange or something like that, they could just do like from VBT, uh, you know, from vector BT import this, you know, or from vector BT dot stocks dot portfolio and whatever. And so you could just copy this portfolio as a thing, and then you can just change it up to how you want. And so that way you could test ideas out on like different exchanges and stuff, because different exchanges have different rates and different this and different that and blah 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 blah. I don't know.
I don't know what the answer is. Is the answer build what I need or build what can create like the biggest user base? Because if I do that, then I'm gonna end up like Pollock, which is like you're just building this gigantic, enormous thing that can do shitloads and shitloads of things to satisfy. But I think for now, I have to build what I need, and then if there's somebody that says that they're willing to help me, but they need other things that are to be built, then I will build those. But like if the blind monk or Dillup eventually is like, yeah, I don't want to work with your thing. I don't want to build it within your thing. I don't want to use your thing. I'm just going to keep using vector BT or something else. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to building what you're building, but I need to just keep building what I need to build in order to test whatever strategy that I need to test on the exchange that I need to test that's going to work for me. And so, yeah, I guess that's the way I'll have to do it is
People, if they're interested in helping me, then I wouldn't mind spending time with like people like Dillup or the Blind Monk. If they wanted to work on something specific that they need, let's work together on that, build it, and then we can go from there. But if they don't help me, then there's no point of me building it, because then what if I like never meet another person like Dillup or another person like the Blind Monk, and I just wasted all of my time building that, and then they're like, oh yeah, well, I don't want to use it anymore. You know, whatever. So, yeah, I think that's the way I'm gonna play it.